Hi guys, welcome back to Stardust Reads. My name is Leia and I'm very excited. I'm very excited once again. This is my favorite time of year when it comes to reading, especially. I feel like fall gives the best reading vibes. I'm excited. I'm so excited for fall, for spooky season, and for everything that comes with it. And I'm going to share with you my reading plans for this fall. I have a very big, very extensive TBR. Let me show you the pile first of all. This is the physical pile. Then I also have a little list of books I don't own physically. So let's settle down. I have my tea here with me. I have my pile of books and I'm so ready to yap. I hope maybe you find a little recommendation in here, and I'm just like so excited. So hopefully this video shares this excitement with you for reading for this fall. Let's start with the books I don't already own. First of all, we have Wolfworm in Japanese Gothic that I am on a library hold list for at my local library. So both of these books are going to be in my possession very, very soon. So they are on my very imminent TBR. I honestly don't know much about either of these books. I've just seen good reviews overall for both of them. I believe Wolfworm is more of a novella. I've only read fantasy from T. Kingfisher. It was a darker fantasy, but I haven't read horror yet from her. So I think Wolfworm follows a researcher of some kind. I think someone who studies insects and the sort. And then there's something about a creepy forest as well. And then Japanese Gothic, I truly do not know anything about. I just, there's Gothic in the name, and that's calling to me. You know what? Last book that had Gothic in its name was, for me, Mexican Gothic, and that was great. That book is great. So, Japanese Gothic, I've seen like great reviews. It's a horror, and that's all I know about it. There's like a house on the cover. That's all I know about it. I'm intrigued. So that's on my TBR. And then I have Solace House by Will McLean coming soon to me in physical form. I have pre-ordered that book and it was sold to me as like a mix of The Secret History and House of Leaves, which House of Leaves, top tier, god tier horror book, honestly. And then The Secret History is like dark academia gospel. It's great. It's an incredible dark academia. So like dark academia mixed with haunted house, fucked up horror, grief, weird reality bending stuff. Like, I'm so intrigued. I believe we follow a group of university students who are clearing out a house to make it student housing, and the house is weird. So yeah, I'm really intrigued about this one and I'm excited for it to come. And then I have two new releases in two series I really love. I want to pick up A Trade of Blood, which is book 3 in the Shadow of the Leviathans series by Robert Jackson Bennett. This just came out recently and I'm currently in my reread of book 2. So I absolutely adore this series. It's great. It's murder mysteries set in a fantasy setting. We follow our two main characters who are a duo of investigators, and it is full of like twists and turns, corruption, like fun atmosphere, plenty, gardens. It's great. I really enjoy the series, so I'm really excited to see how the author is going to wrap up the trilogy. I also am excited to see what he does as a plot, like as a mystery for this third and final book, because the two last mysteries were so fun and so complex, because you start from such a small, minuscule, like little thing, a little death or a disappearance, and then it grows into this huge, like almost empire wide mystery, and it's great. I really like it. So I want to pick up Trade of Blood really soon. I am going to wait for the paperback to come out though for my physical copy, because I own the first two in paperback and I want my copies to match. And then I want to pick up The Knave and the Moon by Rachel Gillig, which is book 2 and the final book in the, what is this? The Stonewater Kingdom duology. This is a medieval inspired fantasy duology. In our first book, we meet our main character Sybil, who is a diviner in a ancient cathedral. She is basically able to see the future, but she's also like trapped within the cathedral and never allowed to leave. Like very misty atmosphere as well. It's great for fall. I really recommend book 1. It's technically, I think, romantasy. If I'm recommending a straight romantasy, then you know it's good. I'm really excited to see what happens in book 2 actually. I might need to reread book 1 to refresh my memory on everything that happens. Okay, now let's move on to my physical TBR. The first one I have here is Buffalo Hunter Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones. I'm actually currently reading this one. I just got to page 52 in it last night, and this would be my first horror by Stephen Graham Jones. I'm actually really intrigued by a lot of his books. I was eyeing The Only Good Indian by him a while ago, but I never got really around to it. This one, though, really called to me, and it has such great reviews. And honestly, from reading those first 50 pages, I can see why the reviews are absolutely in awe of this book, because so far, it's great. Like, narratively, it is such a great book. I love books which take a creative turn in their narration, and this does. So, this has like a story within a story within a story. It's like 3 layered stories. I don't know when or where the horror part is going to come in, because this is definitely a horror. But I'm curious as to when and where the horror is going to come in. The title, The Buffalo Hunter Hunter, makes me think of like revenge, because you think of a hunter who hunts the buffalo hunters, right? So it does kind of give me a little bit of a track as to where the story might go. I think it might be one of revenge and of like absolute anger, like rage and horror. Okay, let's go through all of the horrors I have on this. Might as well. So next we have another T. Kingfisher. Like I said, I'm really wanting to give T. Kingfisher horror a try. I believe this is about a woman who is taking care of her aging uncle, and her uncle has like a museum slash like antiquity shop of sorts, and one day she discovers a hole in the wall of the museum. Either a hole or like a portal or like a weird place. A hollow place. So that really speaks to me. I love creepy place horror. I love a haunted house. I love like a haunted museum. This is music to my ears. Then I have here The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. This is a gothic horror with a little bit of a romance. I'm not sure, but I think it's mostly gothic horror set after the Mexican War of Independence. It's about this woman who moves in with her new husband at his estate, basically, and things are weird there. It's basically a gothic book in essence. It's about a weird, creepy place and this woman who is kind of alone in it and has to like deal with all of that shit and also deal with herself and those feelings that arise from being alone. I'm excited about this. Last full horror that I have on my TBR is Slewfoot by Brom. This has been on my radar for years at this point. I honestly don't know why I still haven't picked this up, but I finally got my hands on a physical copy. It's in my hands. I'm definitely reading it now. I love the format of this book. It's like so big. Like, look, it feels like reading those big books like when you're a child and books are so big to you. This is set in colonial New England right around the time of the witch trials, and we follow a woman who I believe is targeted by those witch trials. And she is sick and tired of that bullshit. She does not like, she just want to be left alone. And only because she's like an unmarried woman, she's being targeted by the townspeople for being a quote unquote witch. So I believe she makes a deal with a creature in the woods to get actual powers to be able to like scare the townspeople away. I don't know. I think it's about this woman making a deal with the devil to be left alone. And it's set in colonial New England. Witchy, demons, devil, this speaks to me. I believe it's also a little bit of a romance, maybe, between this woman and the devil. I'm not sure, but it really does speak to me. And then I have one classic because I've been kind of slacking my classic game recently, and I thought, what better time than now to read Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I cannot believe I still haven't read Rebecca. For someone who raves about gothic fiction all the time and how much I love gothic, why haven't I read this classic gothic book yet? I don't know. I'm scared. I think I'm scared of not liking it, but I think I'm gonna love it. So first of all, a moment for this cover. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you don't know what Rebecca is about, it's about a woman who marries a man, but she is his second wife. The first wife died, and the first wife's name was Rebecca. And our main character is this woman who is the second wife, and I think the main character remains like unnamed throughout the whole book. So she's kind of like not even really a main character in her own life, because Rebecca, this dead woman Rebecca, is kind of a looming presence in these married people's lives. And I believe this book is about them moving into an estate, once again, a creepy house. I hope it's a little bit creepy at least. And that's all I know. Then I have two fantasies to finish it off. I will be honest and say that these two fantasies are maybe not my most priority reads, but maybe if around the end of autumn, maybe in November, I'm starting to crave fantasy more and horror less, I might want to pick up one of these. So I'm still putting them on my TBR in case I ever feel like picking up an actual like full-fledged fantasy. First one is Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. I read Gideon the Ninth earlier this year, and I loved it. It was a new favorite of mine, so much that I bought the two next books right away, but I still haven't picked up book two, because as much as I loved Gideon the Ninth so much, the ending was terrifying and horrifying, and I'm scared of what might be going on for our characters in book two. And I'm just like, I'm really scared. Like, I'm a coward and I don't want to go on, because what if going on is like what if this is my last straw, you know? I got really attached to the characters in book one, and I got fucked over by Tamsin Muir, so I'm scared of this one. I'm really scared. Yeah, but if you don't know what the series is about, it's about necromancers in space. It's about lesbians. It's about taking down an empire. It's about trying to survive despite the odds. It's about raising the dead. It's about having generational trauma. It's about a lot of things. It's definitely about a lot of things. If this book follows Harrow, then it's definitely about being emo as heck. And then last book on my TBR is going to be Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I love these books. They're so just like cute and so quintessential fantasy cover. Like, they are what you think of when you think like old fantasy book. They're just like the gold foiling and the kind of bland, but the beautiful lettering of it all, it's just like speaks to me. This is following a young boy named Fitz. I believe he's like the bastard son of the king. He has to stay in court because he's the bastard son, but he obviously cannot be too tied to the king. So he is brought up as the assassin's apprentice instead. And from a very young age, he learns how to be an assassin. And everyone who reads this series then gets into a depression. So I'm a little bit scared of starting Realm of the Elderlings, to be honest, because Robin Hobb brings people to tears, like on the daily, and I'm really scared of what her writing might do to me. But I also think I might have a new favorite on my hands with this. I really shouldn't like stop myself from experiencing this for the first time. I really shouldn't. So I'm a little bit anticipating this because I'm scared it might break me, or maybe not book one, but maybe in the future it might break me. But for now, it's on my TBR for this fall. Okay, so that was my entire TBR for fall. Let me know if you think I'm being way too ambitious with it. I think I might do it because honestly, fall, it gets colder, so you want to stay in, you want to stay cuddled up with a blanket, like you want to read. I want to read. I'm such in a reading mood right now. So I honestly think this is doable, and I'm just like so excited about every single one of these books. So yeah, let me know if you've read any of these books and if you want me to prioritize reading one over another. I would love to know your thoughts on all of these books if you have some. I would also love to know what is on your personal fall TBR. Maybe it might give me some inspiration. I might have to add a book or two more on mine. And yeah, I'm just like so excited for this new fun season of reading for all of us. So happy fall reading to all. That will be all for me today. I am just so excited. So I think I need to go and do some reading now because I've really gotten in the mood to read with all of this talking about books. So if you like this video, you can like it, you can hype it as well. And if you like my face, you can subscribe. I do lots of reading vlog, so you're probably going to see me read some of these books in the following weeks, which is super exciting. And yeah, with that, I will leave you off. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Bye.